the nation. Stories from the north, south, east, and west, brought to you fresh and fast.
With expert analysis, sharp opinions, and sound presenters breaking it all down clearly, smartly, and straight to the point.
Politics, business, security, health, society. Nothing escapes the spotlight.
This is your head start into Nigeria's biggest stories of the day. From the Dailies, news that talks to you. Only on Melody 107.7 FM, Lagos.
From the Dailies on your favorite radio station. Melody 107.7 FM. Stay tuned. Alright, good morning Lagos, good morning Nigeria. This beautiful Tuesday morning from the studios of Melody 107.7 FM. It is the 7th day in the month of July 2027. Fix that's 77. Of course, that's the month of perfection. And so I say perfection shall be ours by His grace. My name is Oyeyemi Olorunfemi. And call me Abike Sorosoro, and you're welcome to From the Dailies, where we get to dish you out stories that has made their ways into Nigeria's authentic newspaper. I'm not doing this alone this morning.
Well, of course, you know doing it alone. As always, we've got with you, Roland, Imoyera. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to From the Dailies right here on Melody 107.7 FM. Like she mentioned a while ago, this is where we get to take you through stories that made it to the pages of the papers for the day. Not just the front pages, but bring you some expert analysis as we go along. Don't forget the studio lines are open for you to call in to share your thoughts and opinions on any of the stories that we will be reading out to you in the course of the program this morning. Any story that resonates with you, don't forget you can call in at any point in time in the program to share your thoughts with us. Our WhatsApp platform is also there for you to drop in your comments, and you can as well watch us live on our Facebook pages and leave your comments there. Thanks for joining us this morning on this program.
Yes, the number to dial to be a part of the conversation in the studio is 0906201177 or 0704-800-1077. Share your thoughts as quick as possible right here with us. Okay, today I have with me the Vanguard newspaper as well as the Nation newspaper.
And I'll be taking you through stories that made it to the Punch as well as the Nigerian Tribune newspapers for today.
All right, we're going on a short break. All right, my van is parked right in front of the Vanguard newspaper for this beautiful Tuesday morning. And I have the big bold one written as Police Arrest PFIPC DG's dad, family friend in Ogbomosho. And the writer says it's outside my jurisdiction, or your police. Says FCID Force Headquarters, Abuja. Effected arrest. Residents confirm arrest. PFIPC has no CBN account. OAGF clarifies. And we also have this Mile 2 Apapa Highway gridlock. Police, LASMA, FRSC, others helpless. Dangote major marketers cut petrol depot prices as FG mounts pressure on page 19. Elumelu retires as UBA chairman. Norom named successor on page 20. Fourth Lateef Jakonde Memorial Lecture holds in Lagos, July 23rd. on page 8. And alleged anti-media practices. FG orders FCCPC to probe ex-Meta AI firms on page 9. 32 died, 26 injured in Kwara, Ogun, Kogi crashes on page 6. FG has cut import tariffs to 5% for used vehicles, 10% for new. That's credited to Adeniyi on page 8. Japa crisis. Fix healthcare or lose all doctors, says a physician on physicians on page 10. And on the Mr. and Mrs. Connor, I still can't understand why men cheat. And the man responds and says, I can't understand why women agree to be their accomplices too.
It's a 50-50 fee.
That's how you say it, Abib. It's all right. We take it.
All right. One of the stories that resonates with me this morning when you were reading the stories from the Vanguard newspaper is that of the arrest of the dad of the alleged fake PFIPC Director General. Yes, there's been different different reactions to it. While some people are castigating the police or the DSS now or whoever it is that came to pick him up yesterday. Yes, there are various sides to it. While Falana is kicking, saying he's not supposed to be arrested just to fish out the son. I want to ask now, did they declare him wanted in the first place? Has he been declared wanted? Or has he been invited and he did not turn up? Which I don't think I've read anywhere
that says it's been
yes. But on the flip side, if the father is a person of interest, if the father is an accomplice in any way, because we might not have the information these security agencies has. So I think it's still too early for people to be
right about now. What we know is that they've not come out to say the father is an accomplice.
Yes.
They've not come out to say the father has anything to do with the way he came up to as the fake DG.
Yes.
So I figure that they only picked up his father to get through to him, which I do, but I don't think that old man should be held accountable. I know that when they tell him, if you see your son, let us know, it's possible that the man does not. But what if anything happens to that man in custody? What are they going to say?
Is there even anything on that, any provision in our laws that says you pick the family members or someone close to a suspect, a culprit? Yes. If in the case of probably the guy is not.
I don't know of any. I really can't say. It's possible that it is, but in most cases, this is not the very first time we are hearing that, because they're looking for someone, they pick up the mom or they pick up the dad. But we are saying that I do not think this is right. Abi, they say that it is the hand that's offense. That's the hand that the king cuts.
Yes,
so why would you leave someone that is the offender at large and you now pick his relative? Some of them become so callous that they won't show up until their relatives lose their life in custody.
That's where the security agencies need to step up its game. Look technology to get either of this, like you rightly say, who the culprit it really is. But truth be told, this particular scandal is a stain on this present administration. Either which way we'll look at it. So many oversights, so many lapses, so many. I think we need to take governance more seriously in this country to avoid issues like this.
And about the Jackpot crisis, I think we cannot overemphasize this. We can't stop talking about it, because right about now I think we have like 55,000 doctors attending to well over 200 million
Nigerians,
and that's not a very good ratio
at all.
So you see, healthcare should be free. I don't blame them either, because when you know that whatever it is you do here, you could get more for it. Patriotism will disappear.
Yes.
So I don't know. All right.
Well, let me quickly move on now to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. Appeal court to yes youth against the registration of ADC. Accord 3 orders today. Here we go again. Let's just wait and see what comes out.
I just hope that you see, they will allow as much what do you call it now, political parties,
opposition parties
to come up board for peace to reign.
And that's the beauty of democracy.
And that's going to be politics on its own. That's going to be when you have this throw the banter, this throws it, and we mix everything together. That's going to be the real democracy.
No, it should be true. These are some of these political parties. Some of them have been around for quite a while.
For quite some time.
Have been around
for quite some time.
People have been elected into office at all the states and federal level by other platforms.
Exactly.
So it's not a strange party. The ADC has been there for a while. I mean, what's really going on? Why now? Why now? That's the big question.
Except if at the end of the day you are saying that, okay, because of one thing, and I think that whatever it is that they're lagging behind in, you should just tell them, okay, fix this. Not saying you want to deregister this process.
Now the fact is that even INEC has participated in the process.
Exactly.
Let's see if you can take this call this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to everybody in the house.
Yes, you're welcome.
I'm the Vicar from Ogun State.
All right.
Concerning the Boko Haram issue or kidnapping issue, you're having emergency account. Not that you're waiting for A or B. Do something fast so that these people can be released. Then Nigeria can sleep with their 2 eyes closed. Please. Concerning the doctors, please let them give them something so that people can be relieved of this payment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. We really appreciate your contribution.
Yes, like you rightly said, the issue of the doctors,
Honestly,
something really needs to be done. Yes, because you go to some of these health establishments, they tell you if some particular departments have been closed down because the specialists are not there.
And you know, most of these are specialists and physicians. Leave this place, go aboard, and they do beautifully well.
Of course.
So why not make them stay? Why not give them the incentives that will make them love to stay in their countries? For all I know, Nigerians love their country, but they also love us.
Yeah, definitely. Who would want more? All right, let me move on to other stories on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune for this morning. Tinubu orders FCCPC to probe Google, Meta, X, AI platforms over Nigerian media complaints. I think that's a step in the right direction, because you see most of these foreign companies, it's like they enjoy so many privileges in Nigeria that they don't in other climes, things they don't dare do in other countries. You see them exploiting weak governance in the country to rip us of so many things. The same thing we witness in the mining sector, when foreigners will come into the country, exploit, take our mineral resources, and just go.
All you keep hearing is that they will say the borders are porous. That's why. If we have porous borders, make sure that they are mounted and things are done so that at least Nigeria can be at first safe for us. We'll be okay inside it. We are not saying that we're behaving as South Africans now.
I think with this move now, even content creators, media practitioners, media houses will be able to get benefits. Yes, because these guys are really been reaping the rewards of Nigerians.
You put out a news and it's this and that. You have a counter, or you just have things flying around everywhere, and nobody is coming up to say this is not right, this is nothing. It's not.
They just pick your materials and sometimes use without credit and make money out of it without anything coming back.
That we see leaking. Everybody has a right to their private lives, and you don't come picking them up and just throwing them in the space like that. So I think if they have regulations, if they start picking up people, everybody will sit tight.
Federal government pushes for petrol price reduction. That's on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. It has a rider. NMDPRA, FCCPC, Dangote refinery marketers, NATO orders meet. Anything that will help the price of fuel to come down.
It has to come down.
Yes, because this fight has been on between the federal government and these marketers.
Yes,
so at some point, the marketers are threatening that, look, federal government cannot dictate to them.
Take the price.
Otherwise, they will stop selling fuel to Nigerians.
Okay, now they should just make sure that things are done balancedly. We can't continue paying for what we know that we can have for a lesser amount. We can't continue paying each.
You also recall what was so I think it was last week that the federal government accused marketers of diverting gas now to other countries and holding it.
And holding it for Nigerians.
That's why the price is just going up. And
that should look into this. If we say things are not going on well, what are you doing in your own sphere? So if in your sphere you are part of the people making Nigerians shout and scream, then you should look into it and make sure it's reduced.
Yes, 32 die in vehicle accidents in Kwara, Ogun, Kogi. That's on page 27. These figures are quite enormous. 32 die in just vehicle accidents alone in the space of just a day or 2 days.
I think this comes down to partly the conditions of our roads, and secondly also the way our drivers, road users.
This is rainy season. Visibility is poor. The condition of the road is poor. We all know that naturally Nigeria let me not say naturally now. We are known for bad roads in the country. Now some of these even vehicles, are they in good condition?
And the drivers themselves,
Yes.
do they know what they are doing on the road?
I mean, I stumbled on a video online yesterday when a girl said they almost had a crash on the third mainland bridge yesterday when the driver driving their bus suddenly had an attack, as in a crisis now.
Father.
On steering. It was just God that really saved them from what's the
So
comments
you
of
see,
the lady.
they've been saying this thing for long. Okay, if you drink, don't drive. If you're driving, don't drink. And some people are not drunk with alcohol, but they are just naturally drunk. And so when they get on the road, there's this way of, maybe because there's this trigger that I'm behind.
Especially in Lagos here, everybody wants to prove something on the road. They want to prove this sense of,
I pass you. So please, drivers, let's be very careful.
Yes.
Once you find yourself behind the wheel, you have to know that lives of people could be lost if you are not doing it
if
well.
you don't value your own, what about the people you are carrying? What about ordinary innocent pedestrians that even walking on the road? Is it something serious? I think yesterday a truck driver slept off and in the process killed about 15 people.
Can you imagine?
It's not funny. But let's move on to other stories now. Stiffer competition as domestic carriers embark on massive aircraft and fleet expansion. That is on page 6, which is a good one for the industry. If we have stiffer competition, I think to help to even reduce the cost of travel,
flights.
and reduce monopolistic tendencies in that sector. NAS as National Assembly staff to consider 69 constitution amendments bills reps to pass state police bill as lawmakers reconvenes today. Elumelu to step down as chairman August 21, Nnoron to succeed him as a CBA chairman. Moving on to other stories now. Falana kicks as police arrest father of alleged fake PFIPC Director General. It has the rider. He has no link with royal lineage. Didn't stay in Oyo Palace. Late Alafin Oyeyemi family. Office of Accountant General denies opening of CBN accounts for Regency. PFIPC controversy exposes Nigeria's dual governance. Unilag Dawn. That's on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And then the health corner of the paper for this morning. Ultra processed foods are addictive like tobacco, researchers warn. So stop sending those children to get all those.
Don't do it.
I'm talking to you. All right, those are the stories you can get from the pages of Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning.
All right, for the state of the nation on the Nation newspaper for this beautiful Tuesday morning. Let petrol price reflect crude rates. Federal government tells marketers. Rider, minister regulator meets with industry leaders. Ipman makes case for import license. Tinubu committed to tech-driven security strategy, local arms production on page 3. Nnoron to succeed Elumelu as UBA chairman from August 21. FCCPC begins probe of AI platforms for unlawful news content. And 32 die in Ogunkwara Kogi road crashes on page 4. Sultan, religious intolerance threats to peace on page 7. Those are the stories you can find on the front page of the Nation newspaper. But I'll take it from where the Sultan Shehu, where he stopped. You see, talking about religious intolerance, I think that is one thing Nigerians need to learn. If we are intolerant of each other's religion, there is a lot of harm that it can do to us that base. Everybody has a right to religion. That is what our constitution says. So allow everyone
to express themselves the way they want
their rights to religion. And let's not see anyone as okay, you're not practicing my religion, then we are not one. It is one.
This is a very sensitive issue because Nigeria is a very big country. This is one of the major challenges facing the country today. Talking about not just even the tribal sentiments, but we also have this religious sentiments across board in the country. And this is something that we really need. The National Orientation Agency needs to step up in its campaign, its advocacy campaign, to sensitize people people, to sensitize the mind, and not just the national organization agencies now, the religious leaders themselves have to do more to preach peace, to preach love, to foster unity across
and that's
country.
why we come aboard to say that our strength, we at Melody, we say it, that our strength is in our diversity.
Yeah.
We should understand that and not look for trouble.
And there's beauty in that diversity.
There is. Trust me.
Let's go on to the pages of the Punch newspaper, and for this right now, South Africa crisis, federal government extends evacuation, 270 more expected. That's on page 7 of the paper. Tinubu order. Okay, the foreign affairs minister yesterday even came out to say, if you don't feel safe in South Africa, leave. But still stay there and die.
I still do not understand why some Nigerians have
2 Nigerians were still killed recently again. Yes.
They still decide to stay back. They tell you we have a lot, their lives are built around whatever in South Africans. They still stay behind. Even in the face of violence, you still choose to stay behind. Is it not good to run and make sure, or probably you start life again? So I don't know. I think since Nigeria is willing to bring our people back home, our people too in South Africa should be willing to come back home. It's not really crazily bad around here as we think. Whatever it is that can happen in South Africa, you can make it happen here in Nigeria.
Yes. There are other countries that you can even go.
But in South Africa,
yes. If you're not welcome,
they
then
don't want you. Stop playing music. Nobody will dance it.
Tinubu orders probe of Meta Google AI platform. That's on page 9 of the paper this morning. Other stories on the front pages of the Punch newspaper for today. 10 Kwara APC governor aspirants protest against Abdul Razak. Okay, I read what a statement that the 10 governorship aspirants came out to say that the governor is now an opposition in the state. Is a less known figure right now. It celebrates Army Day. All right, that's on page 13 of the paper. Marketers push 800 naira petrol. Seek import licenses. That's on page 9 of the paper. Outrage as Russian strike kills Ukraine-based Nigerian medical students. That's on page 5. That's a rather sad one. I saw the story yesterday.
Yes.
All right, those are the stories you can get from the front page of the Punch newspaper for
talking about
today.
the Army Day celebration, the president, represented by
his vice,
came up to say that the making sure that everything on security is done to make sure that we have good security around in Nigeria, and they are open to go through deep technology to make sure that security is top notch in Nigeria.
And still staying with that story, the army chief came out to say they've noticed some movement now of foreign terrorists around Nigeria's border, but they are on top of the